What's going on, people? This is Graffiti Tutorials, and in this one I'm going to be showing you how you can get better can control. So I'm going to be giving you a few different exercises and little ideas that you can use just to brush up on them can control skills, because better can control equals better graffiti, and that's why you're watching these videos, right? So let's get into it. So, good news for you guys is my landlord has just given me all these walls to paint whatever I want on. So, here's a portrait of his dog that I painted the other day. I painted this like yesterday and the day before as well. Make sure you check my Insta. You'll see it in the description. It's at spray.saint. So this is like some of my personal work that I like to paint just for fun. And then I painted these little lambs the other day for my girls. Says Happy Easter there, so that was like a little Easter piece. And this is the wall we're going to be using today, so the lambs have got to go, unfortunately. So say bye bye to the lambs. Right, so here's what you're going to need for this little exercise. You're going to need a wall or something to paint on, obviously. The bigger the better, because then you can just fill up more space and get more practice in. A selection of caps. Now these, I use some of these regularly, but this Montana level 1 cap, I don't even really use it that much, to be honest, but I know a lot of you probably do. It's a very popular cap, so I thought I'd get it involved in this video just to show you that the caps you're using are probably fine. You just need practice. You need a piece of chalk as well. Sounds a bit random, but I'll get to that part in a minute. And obviously you're going to need a can of spray paint. Now I'm using a can of Montana Black. This is one of the paints that I use the most, really. It's a high pressure paint, but to be honest, if you get like a skinny cap or a soft cap on it, it's absolutely fine. So I put this Montana Gold cap on here at first. This is like a medium sort of skinny cap. It's pretty soft, so it comes out pretty low pressure. Right, so obviously there's just the usual things that people might have done already, like just doing some random shapes and stuff. So you can just start like doing some circles and stuff. They don't have to be perfect circles, but like for skinny clean lines you need to be close to the surface. But the problem is when you're close to the surface, the paint builds up quicker, so then you get drips and stuff, and this is the problem that most people are facing. They're either too far away from the wall, so they're not getting clean lines, or they're too close for too long and they're not moving fast enough and it drips. So just practice their movements. Just try and stay close to the wall to get a clean line, and just keep it moving constantly. Obviously circles is a good one, because it's like it gets you used to doing them curved lines, but you also, like some people have a style where there's lots of sharp lines and stuff as well, so maybe practice some triangles and stuff as well, some squares. A dodgy square, but you get the drift. Just like make little shapes and stuff, have a bit of fun, and just test out and see what the cap is like that you're using. Also do the same exercises but with a fat cap. So this is a fat cap. It's a stock cap that comes with the Montana Black can. It's one of the ones that I use the most because, well, they're free and it's fine for the things that I usually use it for. So just do the same. Obviously the fatter the cap, the higher the pressure, the faster you've got to move. But you can see, like, even with a fat cap you can get like near enough just as skinny as a skinny cap, man. It's all about just having that right control. See that fat cap has actually come out even skinnier than that soft cap that I was just using, so just try not to press all the way down as well. Like when you spray, you don't have to push all the way down every time. Just sit your finger on the back there and you can just press it down a little bit. Obviously with the fat cap you get like a bit more splatters around the edge. It's not as clean, so obviously skinny caps are better for outlining and stuff. But yeah, you get the drift. You can do that like with all different shapes and stuff, and just try different sort of like shaped lines and stuff, just to get you used to those movements that you're going to be using when you're actually painting your pieces. And if you've got a wall like me that's textured, like there's a groove here, just like go along with it and try and follow that line, you know, and it'll get you used to just like moving in a direction you're supposed to be moving in, and just perfecting your lines. And like I said, that's a fat cap, so you know, if I can do it with that after years of practice, then you're going to be able to as well, especially with a skinny cap. And I've got this Montana level 1 cap. This is like one of the most popular caps. People always asking me if I use them, and I don't really, but they are decent caps. Like, you can see how nice and clean that is. You can get really skinny lines with that. You know, it's a decent cap, but as you've seen, man, like, I'm doing like the same sort of things with a fat cap on a high pressure can. So I'm not just saying that just so you can be like, oh, look at me, I'm the best. But I'm saying that because practice is really all you need. There's no like secret special cap. There's no secret special paint. It's just like years of practice are going to produce results no matter what. Right, so now this is where the chalk comes in. Now this is an idea that I thought of just today when I was thinking how I could make an easier way for you guys to do this. Because one of the things I was going to suggest doing for better can control was to like just do pieces and outline them and stuff. But the thing is, when you're doing pieces, like, you're going to do a whole piece, you're going to fill it in with loads of paint, and then you're practicing your outlines, and you're just wasting loads of time doing the whole piece. And then the outline really is like the part that most people mess up, so that's the part you want to practice the most. So instead of painting the whole piece, like, if you're confident enough to just like freestyle some letters, then by all means just freestyle and just do some outlines. Like S is the first letter of my tag, so I'll just freestyle an S quick. But obviously this will just get you familiar with the movements that are involved in painting your style and stuff like that, you know. A little 3D on that quick. But yeah, if you're not like confident enough just to like freestyle straight out of your head, then instead of painting a whole piece and wasting loads of spray paint and then messing up the outline, if you just want to practice like your outlines and your can control and stuff like that, then just get a piece of chalk and just draw some shapes like this. So I'll do the same sort of S as I did just then. So there you go, I've sketched out like a similar S to what I did just there. You can also just scribble out some random shapes as well for you to follow, you know. There's some circles, another triangle, do a little zigzag, because that will get you good at like stopping and starting with the can. Just all sorts, be creative, make it fun for yourself. And then now I can follow these lines instead of a whole piece that I've just filled in and wasted loads of spray paint just so that I can practice an outline. Now I can just practice like this.
Butterfly sting like a wasp, grab a rope, put it in a slingshot, let it out. Yeah, they try to boo it. I'm screaming, won't he do it? Had the spirit flowing through your
These Montana level 1 caps are pretty good, to be fair. I can see why people use them a lot. It's a very nice clean line.
And they feeling the hurt. Was thought the white man actually created the verse, but that don't even make sense. If Jesus truly was white, they would have wrote him as such and made prints. Now when I say the name Jesus, you mad tense, but rather listen to a lame ass pastor who mad dense. Independent, so these labels ain't collaring me. And if you hate God, you gon' have a problem with me. I stay connected to the vine like it's soldering me. So if you fake, don't even much bother following me. Cause I'ma hit low, tiptoe, through the slit though, slick flow, Crisco.
Right, so that's that. There's a few exercises you can do. One more thing you can do as well is just come back through and colour these in. But in my opinion, it would be too easy just to colour these in with a skinny cap again now. So challenge yourself a bit, get a fat cap and colour them in. Just try not to get any overspray on the outside, like I did just there. But if you do it with a fat cap, then that's the hardest it's going to get, you know. So just push yourself out of your comfort zone. And if you do everything with a fat cap, whatever you can do with a fat cap, let's face it, you can do it 10 times easier with a skinny or a soft cap. So just go for it, have a play around with some of them little exercises, and let me know what you think.
Batman with them struggles just to serve the Lord. Riding past a hitter like a motor car. Only reason why you hating 'cause you know.
Oh, and I just thought one more thing that would be really good for learning better can control would also be to come and give this a second outline just around here. So just keep like about a centimetre width away from it and just try and give the whole thing another outline around the edge. And that's going to be super hard, like especially with a fat cap. You can do this one with a skinny or something, but it's going to be super hard, but it's going to get you much better at your can control, you know. Right, so that's it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it helps you out in some sort of way. I know it is a short and straight to the point video, but that's all you need, to be honest. You don't need a big fancy video to teach you a small exercise like this, do you? But if you keep following these techniques, then you're going to get there in the end and you're going to get decent enough to do what you've got to do anyway. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the little notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you get notified when we make new videos and stuff. Hit the like button and leave a comment below. Let us know how you get on with this exercise or what you thought of the tutorial. Message me on my Instagram and I'm happy to help with any questions you guys have got. And I'll see you in the next one.
Keep doing your thing and these haters gon' see. God told me, he blood you a king and you rolling with me. God told me, stay low to the ground and